It's Karen here, Kazina, and I'm going to do an open tag, and this open tag is what type of gaming person are you? I was having a little muse today while I was on the bus and wandering around Sutton and coming back home. I was having a little muse in my head, as I do. Maybe I need to get a life, but anyway, I was just thinking about things, and I was just thinking about what sort of gaming person I am, and the sort of gaming person I am, if I was to liken it to anything, is I think I'm a bit of a serial cheat. I would be a cad and a flirt. I would be somebody that falls in love an awful lot and then moves on very quickly to someone else, occasionally falling in love very deeply, and staying with that person for a long time, but always moving on to something else or someone else, and occasionally going back to old partners as well. I think that's the sort of gamer I am, because I tend to do that with games. You know, I have I mean, you can probably see behind me and you know, to the left of me, I have so many games, and every time I go out, it's like I always have to go into a charity shop and just to see if I can find a game, or go into CEX or go into Game Station. I have to be looking for games. I can't just, you know, I'm not one of these people that own about 10 games and that's it, you know, and I play them and I'm happy with that. I'm always looking for other games, and you know, I can get fixated on certain games as well. You know, I get it in my head that I want to own I want to own a certain game, and I kind of get fixated on that game until I've got it, and then I'll play it to death, and often, and if I can, I'll finish the game unless it's too hard, and then I move on to something else, but I will come back to it invariably. But you know, there are certain games. At the moment I've got a Skyrim fixation because I don't own the game, and because I can't afford it at the moment. You know, I mean, if I thought about it, all the games that I buy and I spend $2.50 here and a £5 here, I could probably have bought Skyrim, you know, a couple of times over. But I was out today, and they were selling it in CEX for $44.99, and they were selling it in Game Station for the same. Maybe if I'd seen it for $29.99, I might have just been tempted. But I've got this Skyrim fixation, and I won't rest until I've got it. And then I shall probably have this very long love affair with Skyrim, because you know, it's a game that goes on and on. But of course, when I finished it, I shall discard it like a serial cheat and cad and move on to something else. But I just wondered, you know, what kind of gamer are you? Are you the sort of person that buys, you know, one game at a time, or maybe a few, but you will methodically go through each game until you finish them, or till you've come to some sort of successful completion with them? Or are you like me, that just has a ton of games and still goes out and buys another ton of games, and you know, it's almost like a blimmin' obsession. You know, God, what would I be like to go out with in real life, I wonder. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I do. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm an addictive person, but I mean, I do think that we all have this propensity to have an addictive nature, and if I did have any addiction, I think it probably would be towards gaming and playing games and collecting games. that is the type of gamer I am. And you know, I do have sort of mental lists in my head of games I want to get and you know, games I want to own, and I don't sort of rest until eventually I found them. It's sort of well, I don't really know how to explain it, but I can't relax until I've actually picked up the game or whatever. So that's the sort of gaming person I am. I'm a serial cheat, I'm a flirt, I'm obsessive. So I'm just wondering, you know, anyone out there, please let me know, what sort of gaming person are you? Are you as bad as me, or are you worse, or are you very good? Thanks for watching, and take care.